5-bar training, so it's a new level. We're raising the bar. One of the things that I love about it is that when the rider comes forward now for instruction, there's a monitor where the rider is now going to be kept. There is a structure where it's on paper, through the coach. Our coaches are of a high standard now. I'm a HSI coach. I'm also one of the tutors that watches what goes on in the steering group, that develops our coaches to the standard that we hope that they're out there coaching. If you just look quickly here at where we go through the bars there from 1 to 5. And we just look at it. It's very, very simple. There's the introduction level. What does that tell us a lot about? Every year in SJA we have got new parents, new ponies, new children. And for me, sometimes what happens is, and you'll all agree with me with this, particularly if you're out there coaching, they arrive on the day, which is set up very well through SJI, 12-2s, 13-2s, 14-2s, giving a good structure, giving them a guiding hand on how to improve their riding skills. A lot of the time, the kid arrives with no knowledge, but has a nice pony. Or a kid arrives with a lot of knowledge, with not such a nice pony. And the good thing now about it is, because that there is going to be a log book now, we can log, sign it off to say that the progression of the rider on the horse, on the pony, is of this standard. Also, you're getting a far more dedicated input from the family and the rider. They're not just arriving, pulling the pony off the trailer, getting their lesson and going home. They have a logbook, they've got to look at it, they've got to read it. The coach then has to sign off where they're credibly where they think they are. So the monitor of the rider's progression for me now with this new SJA booklet is fantastic. And one of the other things that I find is that it's going to upgrade our coaching as well. Because there's a great amalgamation now of show jumping coach come flat work coach. And that is something that has come in through SJI. They amalgamated that together. It used to be just a show jumping coach would just try and go through the bare necessities of the way of going of the pony, the way of going of the horse. And normally that takes an hour to 3/4 of an hour itself. So when you train someone that you don't see on a regular basis, and you see that the actual basic work isn't good enough to go forward to say to the show that they want to go to that weekend, it's just sort of brushed under the counter a little bit and said, well look, we'll help the kid as best we can. But the structure is that now they come to you with a bit of flat work, again from HSI level 2 coaches. We talk a little bit about the level of the coach, where they don't go past basic. It's here in the 5-bar. It goes through the whole system of where the rider is at that time. Simple diagonal changes. I've stood and watched some of our coaches and they don't even tell the kid to change the diagonal. They just change the rein, but they forgot to talk about the diagonal when they're riding. So therefore the concept of the way of going of the pony and the rider is not united. So it's simple, basic at level 1. At level 2, it's a little bit more knowledge. Level 3, a greater knowledge. Level 4, you're up to a standard now where we're talking about the management of the Pacific family, and riders now have a good understanding of how to look after their animal, preparing for the competition. At bar 5, you're right up to Grand Prix standard in Ireland. Then they are in a situation to go forward for SJI international participation, where they meet championships, Nations Cups, and then, you know, you can see in Robert's plane here, hopefully we are going to produce riders good enough that they understand how the quality of horse they need to get to that standard. We have a lot of riders good enough, but we have horses that's not trained enough, or else they're horses that's a specific level. So I welcome this from a coach's point of view. I can already see myself at the training days, all of a sudden now meeting a 5-group ride, 12-2s, 13-2s, 14-2s, and now I've got a different structure. The rider comes to me, gives me a bit of the rundown of where they're at. They give me their goals, I'm going to give them their goals. And then I can stand, and you can do the same as a coach and say, well, okay, we're not at that goal yet, but this is what we're going to do. So we have a different structure. The other thing that we can't do, we can't stop the riders wanting to ride around a grade A track even if they're not ready to do it. But we must structure how we feel their progression is. Okay?